Hey, call in today, cause baby, when I tell y'all, it's juicy today. It's juicy today. I'm over here like, what? What? Hey, happy Sunday, everybody. Come on in, hit the like button. Let's get into episode 200, honey. Dennis Bryon, aka Bookum, and Infamous Sylvia, you guys. But I know some of y'all heard the news, but you ain't getting the news unless I tell you the news. I'm going to tell you what had happened. What had happened, girl. Hold on. Let me go get my power cord because we got to take some calls today. We got to do some calls today, y'all. Hold on. Oh, I guess I better do that way. There we go. You right, Lord have mercy, girl. Hit the like button. I'll be right back. Anybody coming into the chat, will you do me the honor and welcome them in? Oh shit, I grabbed the wrong damn thing. Hold on. Let's play that again. How much power I got? I don't even have a freaking power cord, you guys. Jeez. Okay. Whew. Okay, y'all, I'm ready. Now, here we go. Oh, let me put my work up that I was working on. Okay, y'all, we ready. Y'all ready? Did y'all hit the like button? Did y'all hit? Let me come back on the live. Hey, rated R. Wait, how the heck do I get back up here? Oh, wait. There we go. There we go. Excuse my hair. It's Sunday. Ooh, wait. Ooh. Oh, wait, you gotta get the camera, camera right. But y'all, baby. Now, I kind of saw this information. Let's do a recap. So, remember we came on the other day and we talked about Infamous Sylvia and Bookum's court hearing. Well, Infamous Sylvia against the Georgia up there, Atlanta, whatever the hell they had. I don't know if up there. But Infamous Sylvia came on, y'all, and she was bragging, baby, how she didn't have to be in court because there was not going to be any court. That's what she said. Let me click a little light on here because I'm looking a little bit chocolatey. And I know I ain't black. I'm like, I ain't that damn black. My hair's all off and whatever. It's growing though, y'all. I got an afro. Y'all like my afro? Y'all like my afro today? Wash, curl, and go. You gotta be bad chick when you come on like this. You don't get up. I come on like this. But listen. So yeah, Infamous Sylvia came on and told us a lot, right? She threw her bragging rights out there to her community. And she was talking about how these women who she kind of goes back and forth with on the other side of the tracks over there, they're not in the community over here, right? They just don't like R. Kelly. They're entitled to their reasons why. You know me, I don't give a fuck. I know why I advocate, and I'm standing on my reason of why and I don't have to explain that to anybody. So, but she said, let me tell y'all, Infamous Sylvia told them that they will see, you'll see how this turn out. I will have victory. And then she quoted some God scripture or something, and he favors her and all of that stuff, and the truth will be prevail. That's what she did, right? She said that those women will bow down. She did a Beyonce move, y'all. She said, y'all will bow down like to the queen because I am the truth. And she told them that every last one of them, she mentioned some, I know V Lenore because I watch her quite a bit. She mentioned another lady's name and another lady's name, and they was gonna kiss the ring on dawn. She said, you guys are going to give me an apology. So I was like, oh, okay. Sylvia feels really strongly and biblically, spiritually, faithfully, holiness about this being a win for her. She also told the people out here in the community that there was not going to be a court hearing on Monday. And I don't know why. She said, yeah, she said, bow down, boo. She told them women that they was going to have to bow down. So I had to go see what their reply was, right? They laughed their ass off. And then one of the other ladies, who I can't think of her name right now, my apologies, But when I tell you she came out to do, she did like a 5 roast. She didn't quite go there yet. Infamous Sylvia must ain't quite rubbed her that bad. But she put down about a 5. She put down, I was over here like, oh okay. But Wisdom, is it Wisdom Daughter or something like that? And then it's another one. It's a few of them, right? So I don't want to get that wrong. But anywho, it's almost like 4 or 5, against 1. Now we're going to talk about Dennis Byron because he kind of in the middle, not on the red carpet, not on the green. He kind of in the blue, on the blue carpet. Dennis got this rug, this mat. It kind of go like this. He ain't quite, like this yet. He like this. I don't know if it's being torn in between the likeness of these females as far as having a friendship, or possibly some type of, down the road relationship. I don't know. Dennis, he sets it out here like he this type of gigolo stuff. How did I come about learning about Dennis Byron? Yeah, YouTube, not no TMZ, and also from that damn court hearing on TV when they was whispering out here. I was like, oh, and yeah, my little nosy ass went and looked it up, and I was cracking up like, what the fuck? You owe in the child support, and I don't even, watch too much of that stuff, right? But just to watch it and then be able to put a face with the character, it was just kind of hilarious. So then I turned it up. It's like, yeah, that's his business. I don't really give a fuck whether if he never pays child support or the child ever come see him, because it ain't my business. I don't give a shit. But he's in the middle of it, okay? So, yeah, Infamous Sylvia said that shit. We played it over here on the One Pap Live. Most of you guys were here to hear it. If you heard her say it, go ahead and put a star in the chat. Because I said it, I heard it, I replayed it, it was there. I also went on to talk about how she's standing in court alone and she has a lot of people that she calls friends, that she loves, that just wasn't there to have her back. I said that shit, and ain't a mother gonna check me on it. It is what it is, and I said what I said. It's no difference if I was up in there and that was me, and I turn around and I know I'm supposed. Ain't nobody up in there. Everybody got to go. Like I said, it ain't. I don't give a rat's ass what you do. If it was so important to be out here on YouTube, put my camera up, to do all of that hip hopish ass stuff, and the fights, and we gonna do this, and we ride, and we do this, and we over here. Like I saw, because I went back to rewatch the chat. Right, I think her name is Pamela. Pamela said in the chat, who is one of Infamous Sylvia good people. Oh, we are down for her. Why? Because some real stuff just went down. It was in the court of law. It was over there where your girl, Infamous Sylvia, Pamela, had to raise her hand and say, do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and to help the truth, so help you God? But when Sylvia sat up in there and turned around, Pamela wasn't there. See, it's a big difference from the real life, placing yourself in the reality of the shit show, and then the fake life, placing yourself in the fakeness of the fucking reality show, which was here on YouTube. See, that shit is easy. Everybody got a little time and can find a little time to do that. You know why? Because we walk around mobile, we walk around with ease. So you don't have to be nowhere. You can lay in your bed. You can take a shower. If you got the waterproof like mine, you can go swimming with it. You can do. But when it came to that courtroom, none of y'all was there, like I said. And so that was addressed to Pamela, who has Sylvia's back, but wasn't in that damn courtroom. Now, I hope that she also has Sylvia's back with that lie, because Sylvia did lie. After Sylvia said what she said about those women are going to bow down and kiss the ring on her finger and apology, she demanded an apology, right? Because she's going to prevail and you guys will see. But yet then she said that there was no court hearing for Monday. Now, I laughed it off, as I usually do, about Bookum all the time. He's a funny character to me. It is what it is. I ain't out here to put a frying pan upside his head, because I really don't care, what he does, and I don't give a shit. But he brought the proof. He brought the receipts, y'all. He brought the damn receipts. Now, let me go to the receipts. Infamous Sylvia. And Pamela, on here, your YouTube host, friend, foe, whatever she is, said that there was not any court on Monday. And according to this statement that, I screenshot it, right? I screenshot, boop, 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 got it, right? I got me a terabyte of stuff going on up in here, so I put a whole lot of stuff in here. But, baby, according to this, Jamala, it says here, the Sylvia is going to be in another magistrate courtroom, y'all. It's a whole nother court hearing going down or some stuff. That's where you going to find her. That's where them sheriffs going to come and get you, Sylvia. Because they already know where you're going to be. Now, you have an option, Sylvia, and that's to not just even show up in that other courtroom. Baby, they gonna come down there, get your ass, girl. You might need to disguise yourself. You might need to disguise yourself if you just going to kind of go and take your notes, girl. I'll be going in there looking like Aunt Esther. They would lit. Well, no, don't do Aunt Esther. I don't know if she's still alive or not, but they're gonna be like, ain't Aunt Esther dead? They're gonna be like, ain't Aunt Esther dead? Wait a minute, you suspicious. I'm trying to see who you could disguise yourself as, Sylvia. You gotta do a disguise. You going in the wrong courtroom Monday morning, Sylvia. But you lied to your people, Sylvia. I ain't never been the one to come out here to say that you are a liar. But according to this document right here, Sylvia, which you should have had a show on that, Sylvia. Why you had no show on this? Right here is your name that says Monday morning. Now, I ain't the smartest egg in the basket, but today is Sunday, August 10th, 2025. It is now 6:09 p.m. over here on my coast. Tomorrow will definitely be August 11th. The only difference is that if you're on a different coast than me, you might be an hour ahead or an hour behind. That's the only difference that we have with knowing what fucking day and what time it is out here. But the day gonna be the same. The day gonna be the same. But Sylvia, I almost tried to believe you. I really did. But shame the devil. Sylvia, it says here, August 11, 2025, description area, 9 o'clock, room 302 is the jury calendar. Oh, wait a minute, y'all. It's a jury calendar. So, hold on, y'all. Hold on. We're going to have to retract. Reading is fundamental. Let me go over here. I'm going to see if I can share this so that we can all get an understanding about. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. I might have to recant. I might have. Hold on. Let's look up something. We need to know what happens in court. Let me ask you, what happens, hold on, y'all, in court. Oh, hold on. Matter of fact, no, I don't need you to screenshot. Hold on. Hey, Google, what happens in court on a calendar day for a jury calendar? Oh, hold on. Let me
calendar.
Let me
calendar call or docket call is a day where a judge meets with attorneys to review the status of pending cases and set future dates for hearings or trials.
Okay. Now, because I was talking, let me read it to you guys. On the docket, it says that date is scheduled for a jury calendar. Now, I just asked, what does that mean? Hey, Robin, sweetie. A calendar day is when the court schedules trials and proceedings for various cases. I don't know why the term jury is not a standard legal term. It is like a typo for jury calendar. A calendar call or a docket call is a day. It's a day where a judge meets with attorneys to review the status of the pending case and set. So Sylvia might be right. Hold the mill, y'all. Hold the mill. Sylvia might be right on this one. That's why we got to read and we got to ask for things to be defined and get some more clarity to it, some more understanding to it. The question was, as Sylvia came out to speak on it, she says she does not have to be in court. So what do y'all think? Based on what I just read, because here it's saying that it's a day where the judge meets with attorneys to review the status of the pending cases. Oh boy. Let me go on and do something like I should do, because hey, I'm walking on my word. Now, Infamous Sylvia, I apologize. I apologize. I should have read that first. Now, I wouldn't say that she lied. I just wouldn't say that she lied, you guys. Is it necessary for her to be there? It states that this is something that's going to go on between the judge and the attorneys. She might have not lied, y'all. She might have not lied. So maybe that's why she did feel strongly about saying that she will be in another magistrate courtroom taking her notes on another procedure. She was definitely for sure. Now that I took in my apology, that I placed my apology where it should be placed, because I'm a woman like that. Moving on. Bookum put out that they definitely had to be there. So maybe, I guess it's just a wait and see kind of show, right? Because I don't see what it is that they would be continuing to argue over if this is a calendar for jury. But however, Infamous Sylvia did state that there will not be a jury called upon. So I guess the judge is going to be the judge and the jury. So I guess we're going to have to wait and see on that one, y'all. We're going to have to wait and see, because it's going to get down to the nitty gritty about who's lying and who's not. Now, Dennis Byron did a live not too long ago, a few minutes ago, actually. And he was over there and, he's explaining himself or this or this or that, right? Now, you guys remember, what's that slogan? How y'all say that you can't be friends to some, everybody ain't your, that's Mode 3, right? Everybody ain't your partner. Everybody ain't your friend. We've seen Dennis Byron come out here and friend zone it up with Infamous Sylvia. You have the dress, you have the phone calls, you have the overnight stay in Airbnbs, you have showing her how to do the journalism and all of this stuff, right? Went on. They fell out. Now we have the air tag. Infamous Sylvia shared some information with Dennis Byron. Dennis Byron drops it on his channel, and Bookum gets hold to it. Bookum now, all of a sudden, y'all know how he get. And so he shows up on Dennis Byron and gets some more explanation about it and some more reassurance about it. Are you sure she said this? You said this. Next thing we know, it's in the docket. I got you, bitch. Type of shit, right? So, yeah. So now Dennis Byron, Bookum, Sylvia, Quadru, they're down at the Puff Daddy trial. Sean Combs. He didn't show, Dennis Byron that is, much interaction with Sylvia, but he did have a sweet old time with Bookum until now. Up until now, it kind of feels like that they kind of beasties, right? This question still remains that during the other day court hearing, Dennis Byron came up with an excuse about why he couldn't be there. And he did state on the record of YouTube docket that he wasn't going to be there. Now he's over there, hot mouth, chappity, chappity, chap, chap, chap. I mean, when I say that he is walking on Sylvia backwards, that's kind of what it feels like to me, right? I'm like, really? And that's because now he's gathered some more information that also has compounded his anger to be more envious towards Sylvia, which is there's a whole nother group of people and some stuff happened down at Sean Combs trial down there, and he's feeling like Sylvia didn't got involved, whatever, and somebody sitting in jail. I don't know that fucking story, and I really don't give a fuck, because at the end of the day, I believe in one, taking its own accountability for acting as an adult when you are presenting yourself, when you're out there doing something. See, nobody should be able to put you in any predicament. Nobody. You just gotta think straight, walk straight, talk straight, ignore that bullshit. You wouldn't even be what fuck yeah. Hey, talk to the hand, I'm gone. But unfortunately, some things went on down there, and this and that. Now there's a guy in jail, and this and that. And Dennis Byron apparently is trying to pin a little bit of that on Infamous Sylvia. I don't know. It gets a little bit more juicier than that, right? Because he also brings in the fact about, oh my God, Infamous Sylvia's husband, you guys. Did he drop some tea? And I'm like, what? Now, my thing is, this is what, with Sylvia. Just see what happens when you try to tell everything, especially when you are calling people or friends that ain't walked that life with you. You know what I mean? Like from the age of 2, 3, then they went to daycare with you. Now they in early development class. They in first grade, which is second grade, fourth grade, fifth grade. You in eighth grade, you graduating, you tossing that tassel to the side together. Now you off to college, you tossing it side. Those are friends, not no mother sucking people that you done recruited in like this off of YouTube. Have you 1 or 2 or 3? Sylvia got like 60 of them. They just everywhere. Her friends. Like, what the fuck? Type of shit. Maybe there's some new friendship I ain't never seen in my life, though. What's going on, everybody in the chat? Should have Maz here welcome you guys in, because when I get to going like this, I kind of don't look over here so I don't get distracted. But guess what? Hey, everybody, welcome to the chat. We are doing a recap over here, catching up on what's going on with the circle of Infamous Sylvia, Dennis Bryon. There's some young ladies. I remember V Lenore names because her name is very catchy, kind of easy for me to remember. And she's live quite a bit, putting her spit out here on some things, right? But and the other ladies that's involved, and you guys know the rest, right? So this is Dennis Byron dropping his stuff right now. I couldn't help but to overhear Dennis Byron mentions the V Lenore name. Now V Lenore then came out and put some of her spiel on how she feel a little bit about Dennis Byron. I like to take a moment where we can, us ladies, because this is majority of ladies, you can kind of sit back, contemplate on the image, the speaking of V Lenore, so, but you got to put yourself in that woman category, right? And she put her spill on it like the way most of you women would feel about it. Or for that, anybody, when a person kind of show you their true colors, how close do you continue to stick with them? See, I don't think men realize that you only get that one shot. You only get that one shot. And people have to understand now where we are in this era, we ain't for motherfucking play. It's how Dennis Byron probably captured the attention of V Lenore, which I know, I watched it. I saw them kind of, hook up, and V Lenore started going over there. I saw the V Lenore with the breakup with Infamous Sylvia. I seen all that shit. I just be in the trenches, man, waiting on it to get real juicy. And it's juicy, baby. That when I pop out, when the juicy. Yeah, so, but I seen it all. I saw all this walk of shit, right? But V Lenore broke off with, for Sylvia, things went, and she didn't like the way Sylvia was moving. And then she did the dab into whoever this Nesto guy is, which I have no interest in this case, because let me tell y'all why I never picked up no shit like that, because I can't understand, for the sake of me, these people know that their conversations in business was exposed out here. You saw Infamous Sylvia go up into the jail and pray for this man, and she took about 18 Bibles, I don't know, same scriptures every week, and she putting them on kites and taking them balloons and underwear. I don't know, socks and shit. I couldn't understand that shit. But hey, whatever her flavor and rocks her boat. I don't give a shit, right? But yes, when I started seeing, the V Lenore and, and all of those, and they start picking up on some things like, well, got to separate ourselves. Something isn't right. Then V Lenore and Infamous Sylvia and a few other ladies, where Infamous State used to be vibing with Infamous Sylvia. Okay, Miss Bramble, vibing with her, but then they left her. It's like, oh no, too much funny business going on here. I think that there's three different elements for them leaving Infamous Sylvia. One, because she was advocating and going down there and seeing Ernesto when a lot of these people just wasn't favoring Nesto in the charges that he had received. Kind of same like what goes on with the R. Kelly case, right? They move around away from you. Also, they started picking up on that, okay, Sylvia is not telling the truth on quite a bit of things, right? Chasing a dollar bill out there for, whatever, all of that shit. Then you got the third element where Sylvia could be a little bit mean in a chat. And if you ain't hitting the like button and you come here to be, I come to be motherfucking nosy. And if you ain't telling the gossip, then why in the fuck am I here? See ya. Sylvia, I told y'all that the other day. Sylvia be wanting you to look at her, just sit there and look at her. I'll be like, okay, 2 minutes. I got the next a series of Wednesday on. I'm fucking with my goddamn. I could have been through episode 2 on the second series. Like what the fuck? So I be bouncing over there. So it'll be a lot. I got to come back and try to skip trace on and catch. Right? It kind of started annoying a lot of her people. Like okay, you're gonna run a channel, or you're gonna be the LLC and CEO. We understand that, but I don't understand how do you grow like that when you say things to push them away. That's the most confusing. That's some discombobulated ass shit. I don't know where she learned that from. It definitely wasn't no Tasha K. It definitely wasn't all them other big TMZs or platforms like that. They don't teach no shit like that. They don't give two hoots on who's in the damn chat. They ain't got time to watch it. Sylvia be watching y'all. I got 80 people watching this chat and 12 likes. So if you ain't gonna do that, I'm just gonna sit and we just gonna go. I be over here, no disrespect, Sylvia, but I be over here like, bye, bitch. I be busting up. Listen to her. Here she go again. But everybody got their own way of running their show. I be cracking up. But let's get back into Dennis Byron. So Dennis Byron mentions V Lenore name while he's trying to get in now. Tell some things on Sylvia like it's supposed to reverse up. And maybe it will, maybe it won't. I don't know, but I'll be around and see it. I'll be around to see if V Lenore is going to be willing to patch things up and put Dennis Byron back on his little bitty, pedestal of where, she kind of joined him at. I don't know. I can't wait to see, but I believe that she is going to stand on what she stand on until Dennis Byron. You keep that shit right over there. See, because they had a little bit, of just a little bit of warm, flirtatious kind of thing, V Lenore has her sparkling laughter, whatever. And women, we know, our intuitions know which type of gestures that we have to do. We know, right? So I watch V Lenore. She sends up, up on the platform. And so Dennis Byron, he just mushy. He loving it. V Lenore, us women, probably got him right where she wants to. And he's responding as a gentleman. Their laughter was together, you know what I'm saying? And she was able to joke with him about the dress and the 2 wings and the honey mustard dip and the half a Coke. They did all of that. But Dennis Byron did something which we all kind of done been through out here on the YouTube streets. When you see your alleged friend, right? Your almost friend swaying in the direction of whom you would consider as not your friend of me. That's the word they use out here, right? Friend of me, right? I don't like her. So if I don't like her, that means that, in a sense, you shouldn't like her. Or if you are going to be, liking her, they're looking at for a different communication. Like, hey, are you scheduled for court, Sylvia? Dennis Byron. Sylvia goes, well, yeah, I got a schedule today. Dennis Byron. Oh, well, okay. Well, I guess I'll see you down there because I'm going to be, taking the notes. I'll be in your court hearing. That is what I believe that V Lenore would have been okay with. But because V Lenore has her channel and stuff going on with the, let me tell y'all, this silverback shit, I can't, listen, that's their thing. But I still meant to put the poll up about their beat song now. No, I ain't against no shit. I don't know no V Lenore, right? But I mean, I'm gonna have to get Sylvia basically about an 8 on her dropping her song. Whoever banged that out, whoever ghostwriter that was for Sylvia, I'm gonna have to give that one to her, even though V Lenore, hers popping too, right? But it just needs just a little bit more snap back to it. So, but I could tell Sylvia had a ghostwriter on her. Sylvia ain't dropped that shit. No, not by herself or whatever. Somebody did that. But it was banging. It was banging hot. So I want to do a poll on that, see what y'all think about it. But I don't think most of y'all kind of watch or, Sylvia's show like that for the most part. Right. But so I was like, well, I'll pass on that. But maybe I'll still drop that out here. But anywho, so Dennis Byron, he's over there. It was today. Go check his live out. And he's V Lenore and then something and some straight bullshit. Because what he did now was come back after he makes it appear to the people that, okay, I'm a little bit, humble with Sylvia. But see, what they called out and what Sylvia showed, which I should have did a better job at it, but I didn't because y'all know I like shits and giggles and don't give a fuck whether if it was a call from yesterday or a call from 2022. I really don't give a fuck. This shit funny to me. I'm still gonna laugh at it. So Sylvia puts up along with her daughter, hey, see there, he tried to call me at 6:30 in the morning. Now I didn't catch the date on that, right? Maybe because they flashed it too fast and I wasn't thinking, I was thinking a little slow on that part. I didn't catch the date. So I really don't know and can't say for sure when Dennis Byron made that call. However, it still shows that there was a attempt phone call made to Infamous Sylvia by Dennis Byron. Now, mind you, Dennis Byron pretty much has set the stage that he was done. He said it multiple times. I'm so done with her. Oh, she's cuckoo. Oh, she's about to jump off the bridge. And oh, she wears a metal hat. No, and no, and no. But Dennis Byron kind of something like me, he laughs with everything that he do to where you don't know what part of the story to take serious. People would expect or put themselves in the position to take him serious because of his status quo. He claims, he says, well, he is this journalist. He's been up under the TMZ belt and he's up under the Inquirer for somebody fucking belt. And he's been on the court show for child support. So, I mean, he's got the views and he's got Susie as a big ass camera that he got to tote around and stand by Bookum with some goddamn bulletproof. I don't know. You know that thing that shoots out balls, go poof. That was and bullet. Bookum had one of them goddamn things on down there, right? But anywho, so he says these things, and I'm wondering, okay, what do you want, Dennis Byron? You want V Lenore now to come back to say, well, it's okay, you're forgiven, we're understanding. No, you were out here with two different goddamn entangled stories going on. 1 minute you like her, 1 minute you don't. 1 minute you like her, 1 minute you don't. I'm sorry. If I was V Lenore, and I don't care how much you said my name in that live, you could even say it in Spanish. I don't think personally that V Lenore should tie YouTube knots with you. I think that she should leave you right where you are. just leave you right where you are and continue to do her show, because she will get a whole bunch of views right now and click laughing at your ass. That's how I see it. That's what I'm gonna do. I'll be laughing my ass off at y'all. But anywho, so Dennis Byron goes and he humbly try to tear into Infamous Sylvia, right? Dropping all of her gems. Yeah. About her husband. Yeah, this is after he finds out that, according to the story that he has, now it falls into his feelings. I don't know if he's got any hard evidence on this of Sylvia being the reason, the cold-hearted, blooded reason of something going on down at the Puff Daddy sidewalk down there, that somebody ended up in a heated altercation and one person is landed in jail, as he stated, with no bond. I don't know, like, I didn't see no hard evidence. All I know is that he stated that Sylvia may have had some words and did some things and moved around. I don't know. And then she left. But he put it all, on Sylvia as far as being the culprit behind the altercation, and that landed one person in jail. So I don't know. Facts over fiction. What's going on? Do you realize the hearing Dennis is playing during his live? Yes, I do. I saw I saw that 2022. Yeah, I'm aware of it. Yeah. No, and facts over fiction. I was. That's why I was speaking to the real dude, and I was confused because I was like, what the fuck? Well, wait a minute. However, there was another factor, facts over fiction, that had me a little puzzled, because I was like, why is he calling Sylvia on the day of court? So it was like I was speaking on the 2022 and bringing it into the future here of 2025, because I'm watching Sylvia post something up uh, that I assumed was the new court date, the new hearing. But in fact, it was her showing something from 2022 with him trying to call her. But however, facts over fiction, they both, Dallas and Sylvia, was speaking on Dennis being in New York. So that kind of threw me too. However, there was a court hearing, right? That day. I'm watching Bookum drive away from the courthouse live that day. And on that day, which was what was that, Friday? Right, Friday, right? They both were stating there was a continuance. Well, what was the continuance? Was the continuance because of the sole witness, which was Dennis Byron, did not appear on Friday. So can you kind of see where the confusion was at? And another question, did Dennis Byron play the 2022 to confuse people so that the current hearing, which was Friday, can be deflected of him and not discussed about him showing up on Friday? Maybe so. So I just want you to kind of understand, like, where it took me a minute, because I was like, what? But I knew that was a 2022, because especially when I heard the Judge Manning video played, right? I was here for it all. I'm from this community. So of course I watched all of that, right? And listened to all of that. But so that's where the confusion came in at. But the real dude he was typing, and he helped me get it, bring the clarity to it and clean it up. And I was like, oh, okay. So I have to ask you though, facts over fiction, wouldn't that make Dennis Byron sort of a author of confusion out here? Why would you play something in the past when people are trying to find and discover why, as a witness to Bookum, that you did not appear, so that the case can probably be done and over with? You didn't do that. But yeah, so, but he went on, Dennis Byron today, you guys, and boy, did he kind of take an incident apparently that happened in New York that he feels or that he knows, I don't know, that Sylvia is intertwined in with this guy who allegedly is sitting in jail without a bond. So that escalated Dennis' feelings now about Sylvia some more because he likes those people too. And apparently he's showing people that, hey, I don't want anything done wrong to anybody else because of what Sylvia is doing. So y'all, he come out here and start talking about how Sylvia, now I don't know if this is true, allegedly I'm going to put on there, because I'm still wondering, well, how would you know that Sylvia was calling or contacting or emailing or putting a letter in a bottle or flying a kite to have her husband picked up by ICE and migrate his ass back to his country. I was like, damn, Dennis, that's cold. She pissed you off like that? You finna drop that? You mean to tell me that Sylvia told you that information? Now that's cold. And if Sylvia told you that level of information, then I have to say that she really, really, really had to trust you as a friend. Wow. You know what I think though? Well, Dennis, I think that if she gave you some, you probably wouldn't even be dropping this. I think you'd have been so torn. You'd be like, no, I can't sell out like that, man. That girl, I done bought that girl some chicken and she done gave me some booty. I can't do it. I can't do it. That's just how I feel. But because of probably nothing went down to that extent, but a few chicken wings in a dress, you know, a couple of phone calls and that little fight that they had over, what did Dennis say? He sent her some money and she sent it back and he sent some about $200 or some $100 or some bull crap that they argued, right? That both of them get money. Sometimes you just got to walk away from stuff, but they were out here even arguing over that, about, you know, who paid for the room and or some shit. I promise you, I was at work laughing my ass off at that shit. Now they both getting money. The best thing that you can do with a situation like that, especially when the money that left your hand and a person want to argue with you about what you didn't do and how you did with it, is you can't get it again. See you later. Just let it go. It's all right. You're going to get that back tenfold, right? They believe in God. They believe in all. You got all of these, you know, your membership and you're going to get it back in tenfold. It wasn't even worth arguing with. I was like, wow, this is crazy. But anywho, so Dennis dropped that dime, right? That Infamous Sylvia had been contacting these people to migrate her husband back where he came from. And then, of course, he comes with his sarcastic little joke behind it. You know what I'm saying? He's a laughter, right? Yeah. Well, why would she do that? She one brought him over here. You know what I'm saying? Now, I had to puzzle that one, Dennis. I ain't right. That's, hold on. You mean to tell me that you're dropping information that Sylvia is contacting these people to expedite her husband back over in his country? And then you say, well, she's the one that brought him over here. Now, let me get this right, because if she contacts them to say, hey, my husband is over here illegal, and then they ask her, well, how did she get over here? And then she turn around and say that I brought him over here. Isn't Sylvia going to jail too for transporting an illegal immigrant into the country? Why would she tell you that? It just made absolutely no sense, though. That's a question I had to ask myself. Now, why the fuck would I say I'm finna go call the people? She might well call the people on herself. She might well to call the people right on herself and have the handcuffs right there on her damn door, on the doorknob, on the ring, on the doorbell. That just, I'm like, but then he says, well, she is kind of, crazy like that. So I was like, oh, okay. That's crazy, Dennis, that you said that. Because I sure in the hell had that question behind what you just said. She's calling them on herself, basically. I was like, what? But then Dennis goes on, you guys. Now, mind you, after it appeared like facts over fiction, it was stating in the chat to me about the confusion, right? It had appeared with the way, since he had come out to drop the 2022, and then you got a little bit of current affairs going on with it, it appeared that they might have been back in cahoots with each other, right? But how much for my hair? Why my hair keep puffing up right there? I don't even know. It's just puffy. Maybe I sleep on this side too much. Oh, whatever. So I was like, oh, that's kind of what it felt like, with their story. So can you guys get that person out of here, please? I'm gonna put you on timeout. Hold on a minute. I'll find you. Let me get you going on your business so you can go put that bullshit in somebody else's chat. Think where it belongs. That's what we need to do. See, somebody's gonna care about that bull crap you typing in my chat. You shouldn't waste your time here. Go put it over there in their chat. Where they gonna pin your shit. Over here, I'm gonna delete your shit. Why would you do that, big dummy? So that's what it appeared to be. But he stayed on the record, you guys, that Bookum is his boy. And it appears that he's going to be showing up for this court hearing because he is now very infuriated with Infamous Sylvia because of some information that he put out about what happened in New York at the Puff Daddy trial. He's not happy with that. So now he has given himself another reason now to team up even more with Bookum to testify against Infamous Sylvia. Will Infamous Sylvia have her game on and ready to go? Oh, no, y'all. The only thing that Dennis is worthy of testifying to, as far as I know and you guys know, is what he came out here to put out. And that was the information about the freaking AirTag. Will Infamous Sylvia's story about this AirTag prevail in that court of law? Will it be something that the judge will accept, or this jury? Infamous Sylvia said they're not having a jury trial. You say he would, hey, the real, you say it was the line about the dinner run in from it. He did tell us that. You knew right away that it was an old case because the new case is criminal and not Sylvia. Bozo can't just get up there and no, he can't. Well, facts over fiction. When that boy went up, when he did his live and he said some crap about he went and had to talk with the judge first. They do that in the United States of America. What? You mean that you went and had a talk with the prosecutors first? Is that what he meant, facts over fiction? Because I'm like, what the fuck what do they do that at, Bookum? What do they let you go talk to a judge before a court hearing that is scheduled to have a hearing on for you to tell the judge? This is what he said, facts over fiction. What he will not allow Sylvia to have in the court or to use as far as her discovery in the court. Where they do that at? Maybe they do that shit over in China. Maybe they do that shit over there with them Pakistanis or some shit. But I don't think that they do that here in the United States of America. I don't think so. See, Bookum seems to think that because of his elements of being sovereign that he runs the show. And I'm like, what? But, baby, now listen, I'll be ready, because if that was some shit that had happened, right, and I found out about it, baby, I'm peeling that straight up on that, and the judge. Yeah. Well, right. And you told us that, the real. So why does he make it appear that it's all about him and what he says and how it's going to go according to him? I'm over here laughing my butt off, even though the judge seemed pretty interested of what I mean, I guess what she should, because you got a lot of horseradish kind of going on. So in order to try to make the correct decision, it sucks, but she's got to listen to all of this craziness that he has in his suitcase, and of course she has, because she's going to have to depict through that to find the truth. And it sucks that that it's a suitcase half full of garbage stuff, garbage materials, but it is what it is. So, but Dennis did that. And so Dennis put that out there about her, and he always said, well, come with the facts, well, come with the proof. But come with the proof. And I watched this show while I was finishing up dinner, and all I saw him do was just speak on it. He didn't post a goddamn thing about Infamous Sylvia, telling him, or he knew about her calling some people in to have her husband expedited as an illegal immigrant. He put nothing up for that. He just said it, just like he did with the freaking AirTag. He just said it. No text message behind it, no nothing. So it's his word against hers, but he's kind of stood on it. But what validated Dennis pertaining to that AirTag was Sylvia hot mouth. She didn't have to respond back to that. She could have just let Dennis talk his butt off about what he heard her say. But somehow she feels that everything that is done on the YouTube, that she needs to come back with her defense. The only time that your defense is needed and for you to stand on your truth to win anything other than characterization or props or a YouTube award is the court of law. But Sylvia can't hold her mule on it. She has to prove it. She's got the rebuttal back to you. So when she came back to tell her story about how the AirTag story is, according to her, she validated Dennis Byron truth of knowing about this story from her. She validated it. And that's just weird to me. If I told you something and you come back out here and you share it, the only way that it gains validity to it is if I come back out here to respond to it, to clean up a little bit of how you put the story out here. But Pap ain't saying shit. Not until I realize that I have to be in there going, I'm here to tell the truth, the whole truth, is up me, God, because I ain't trying to go to jail for no 20 years or 15 years, 30 years. That's the only damn time. But for some apparent reason, to keep and gain this YouTube friendship, and respectfully, you have people that donate and become members that, expect for your host to, clear things up and be honest with you. They want to hear the story. But I ain't here for that shit. You gonna donate, you gonna donate. You gonna become a member, you gonna become a member. You gonna subscribe to the channel, you just gonna subscribe to the channel. Because you ain't gonna be able to ever get me caught up in no fucking bullshit like that. Ever, because I'm your friend, because you donated, because you a member. You gonna rock, you gonna rock. That's just the end. That's a period on that game. Ain't no reasons or no substance or whatever behind it. This is just the objective of how YouTube runs out here. You here. You want to be in the green, be in the green. I'm going to take your money and put it back in the channel. I'm going to give me a new, what's this damn thing? Mic. Oh, I might need a new keyboard that break down. I won't put your money at. But for me to feel like that you're paying me for me to come back out here to have an explanation about X, Y, and Z, that shit ain't gonna happen. You gonna rock, you gonna rock. Rock on your own terms. Because we don't put terms over here on PAP. That ain't gonna happen. But Dennis dropped that information, which happens to be one of Bookum's strongest, or the state strongest factor of coming at Infamous Sylvia. This fucking air tag. I can't wait till this is over with. However, I can't wait for it to get started either. Yeah, she'll have her chance. And she seems very, very confident. She feels strongly about prevailing in it, and she does, you know. And like I said, the facts over fiction. If Bookum got these recordings on her, I'm not understanding why the fuck Sylvia ain't got hers. When I literally sat right here and that boy sat over there and clearly said that he put a recording device in her home. Why is she not playing? Why? Where is that discovery at, Sylvia? There's a whole lot, and I'm sure she's got hers in her briefcase too, and as she should, you know. There's no freaking way that, you know, the court, Sylvia, is just going to let him stand up there, or the prosecutor, whatever, prosecutors, and just steady drop all of this stuff on you out of their briefcase. Where is your briefcase and stuff? Because we watched it all. So both of y'all kind of got, you know, a balance of shit in your cases, you know, but I don't know. The AirTag thing is way out. Now, here's something that bothers me, the real and facts over fiction, right? Let's talk about the car. Let's talk about she gave him this car against her husband's decision. She stated that her husband had a potential, a person, different person, that he wanted to sell the car to. But she talked her husband into saying, well, let's give it to Book. They give it to Book, right? No money down. Leave the tags on it for him to drive on the car. He makes a few payments here and there. He stated on his channel he ran into a few little problems, so he gonna need a little time to make some payments. Mind you, it's the same story from this auto. What somebody in the chat, who remember that? Bookum was finished. He was the car business was going out of business, and they had them close the doors. They was on the news channels and stuff like that, right? And Bookum with the calling and, you know, and explaining about how he missed the pay. He was gonna get caught up, and I need to pay, and then I paid this, and then I got the money for it, and then I got the title. He went through all of that, right? Kind of the same story. Now, this is what behooved me. Now, I don't know if Infamous Sylvia saw that, but we all laughed at that shit out here. So I'm like, did she sell him the car before or after he was on live calling these people that went out of business from a previous car that he who in the hell finna do business with him? I want to know. Boy, who finna do business? He done went behind payments with them before. Who finna do that? But no, Sylvia wanted to be the friends because that friend was out here telling all of his bull crap about him being a god brother, and a godson, and he known R. Kelly, and I was up in the VIP in the hotel with the Baltimore girls, and he wooed them in with them stories. Sylvia was locked in. They became best friends. So now somewhere behind the scenes, Sylvia and Bookum, as they were getting closer and closer and closer, and they doing their investigations, and Sylvia's over here and Bookum's with her, and they doing all this shit behind the damn scenes and blah, blah, blah. Then they come out, the last good time they had together, or sort of a good time, was over there interviewing a Gerald Griggs, and Sylvia saving him and bringing him some 2 for $5 fucking Burger King while the feds knocking on his door all day. They were close. But then one started to move away. And it was Sylvia. Sylvia started to move away. She was like, no, there's some shaky shit going on. But however, Sylvia also had a whole bunch of people that moved away from her. The him two girls, a whole bunch of people moved away from Sylvia, same way. So a whole damn movie, love, a whole movie, Shan. So and they just went at it. They just went at it all bumper to bumper to bumper to bumper to bumper. Bookum doesn't think that Sylvia should be chasing him down for his car. Back to facts over fiction, right? And the real. He feels that she shouldn't be chasing him down after the car. But then you got to put yourself in Sylvia's shoe. You got somebody who promised you to make these payments on this vehicle, $9,000 left. He started making the payments and then he just stopped. He was hoping that they would work with him, like give him maybe 5 years off until he can get $300. I don't know if that was the terms. I'm just saying. Bookum told that story like he was asking them for about 5 years a break in service on making payments. Like, what the fuck? How long did you need, Bookum? How long did you need before you need to restart those damn payments back up? How long? Because if you're missing payments, Sylvia and them got to make the payments. Well, you still would have owed it because the car was still financed. Crazy, right? So I think that in order for them to not have that confusion, and if Bookum is still rocking the unlimited Amex card like he said he has, and he's got money coming in over here, he could have even saved up his money on his food share card. They might would have took that shit for a hoopty. You could save up probably $2,000. Now maybe they write that shit into law. Save up $2,000 of your food share card, and maybe you can use that down on a used car. That's some crazy. Everybody be buying motherfucking cars. Yeah, he had a black car too. I'm just saying, right? So if he ran into these problems with having all of this gold mine of shit, he got a 920 credit score, he got black card, an Amex card, 5 jobs, he owned the gas station, he metro, he security for this person and this, and why did you just take the car back? Why did he not take the car back? Because with the status code that he listed as him being a baller out here, he could have went and got one, right? He could have just went and got a whole car. But he drove Sylvia's car around. Just drove it and drove it and drove it. I'm looking at it. Dunkin' donut in the back. Ho-ho rings over here. Health juice. Energy drink. Whole bunch of shit all on the damn backseat. I forgot. Throw it back there. Remember when he went to go take the car to get it, or I don't know. He took it to some shop, right? I remember that live, boy. I was cracking my butt up at that. Everything that boy do, I am literally over here cracking up. And he said, no, lady, no. But he sounds good, right? He said that the boy who changed the oil or did something found that it wasn't an oil stick in the vehicle. So he had to put a lot of money in. So that became one of their arguments too, because he put a couple of dollars in there, $39.99. Hell, he wanted Sylvia before he returned the car to pay him back all of his money, the whole $39.99. Well, that didn't work, The Sylvia said she ain't paying back shit, just bring the car. He want $39.99 back when he done missed almost five payments of $300. How much is that, y'all? How much is that? Put it in the chat. But he want $39.99. Now let's move this back into the courts, right? Because it's a big argument, on Sylvia's behalf, right? I just want my car back. So I make the payments on it, right? But they took Sylvia's argument, and I'm just generalizing the word they. I'm not pointing out nobody, right? Her argument got taken and twisted into this tunnel, this funnel of the AirTag. We're gonna skip all the way over the fact that he does, according to the paperwork, he do owe her the money. He says that he don't. And I think that he's saying that he don't is because it's merged into this new one. See, I'm not an attorney. I don't know all this law stuff. Right? I'm just trying to use common sense. Where it kind of feels like he postponed that and brought it into this one, and now it's like an appeal thing. So it gets to be heard again because he's hoping that if this gets heard, this AirTag and all this stuff gets thrown out, you know, or they dismiss Sylvia's case, right? Then he won't have to pay for the vehicle. So now he just walks away scot-free with a vehicle, you guys. And that is fucked up. Fucked up. Now, what I don't like about it, you know, and granted, is Sylvia's husband is not there. But the argument was from Bookum that he purchased the car from her husband. It was her husband's car. Bookum is totally avoiding the fact of marital property, right? He's avoiding that. He doesn't give a damn about that. You know, so, I mean, I don't know if that strengthens his argument or not, but I'm going to tell you this. If that was my husband, I don't give a fuck about his argument. I'm coming too. If my husband can't come or not coming, I'm coming. And we're going to argue marital status and marital property. Because that car, just because it was in my husband's name, I can legally show you that I also put money towards that vehicle, which ties us together. But, oh, well, that's a whole nother story on a different fucking camp day in the morning, right? So that was the original argument. But Bookum, of course, likes strategizing. He likes strategizing, right? And his strategy is to always have him in a position where he feels that he will win and get whatever he wants, no matter who you are, what you are, how you worked for it, when you worked for it, it don't matter. If he can get it with the type of fight that he chooses to fight with, that's his persona. You just gotta be footwork, book work, and ready for him. You gotta stay 2 steps ahead of him. That's it. I said it on my channel the other day. Had it been my car, I'm sorry, we going through the insurance because I'm blowing that bit. If I ain't got it, you ain't getting it. That car gone. We burning that car to crust. Period. Gone. Now you can come to court and try to prove on how it was yours. It was. But we're going to prove on the fact of how you missed these damn payments. Now we're going to talk about how it's gone. Gone. I'm going to walk away with my heart or the one money on something I bought, and then I'm going to go see it, babe. You said, can anyone tell me what those purple crowns by the name mean? You know what? I never went to go read on it. I just like to see it show up because when you hit on it, it's like it'll have a number 1, 2, or 3 in it. That's just how much I kind of get into this. You know, I just come on here to vibe with the people. You want to be in the green, be in the green. You can't be in the blue. I got all my blues. Actually, that I've been having, never swapped them. I'm not swapping. They leave. And next thing you know, I'm here modding by myself. It is what it is. And you can do a PAP membership thing that I have never changed since I've been on here. It's still $1.99. Never will change it. It's not that serious, but it's fun to see the people that, you know, is interested in, you know, playing along with the YouTube stuff that they have for us to play along with, you know, and that's where the funds go back into my channel. So other than that, y'all know I work all day, every day, but it's fun having it. It's fun having the support. It's definitely fun. It's fun seeing people rock with you. It really is. But And it's fun to see people express their opinions about the different subjects out here on what and how and when and where you feel things then take part, of different stories out here. It's kind of fun. Some you read, some you don't. Georgia is a marriage state. What's yours is his, and by exactly the real deal. And I'm hoping that she does have that part of her argument tied into it if that comes, about in front of the judge as one of her defense. See, I'm not basically on neither one of their sides. I just like talking about the story. I don't give a fuck what happened to Infamous Sylvia in that courtroom, and I don't give a fuck what happened to Dana J in that courtroom. They don't break me or make me. The only thing that I ever cared about as they were arguing out here was for them to not physically hurt each other. I don't like people that hurt people and put your hands on people. But if you want to argue it out and do all this clown stuff, then so be it. But nah, do it. Me, on the other hand, I would have known better, it was just out here. But however, Sylvia learned a different person than what most of us are probably seeing out here on YouTube. She physically was tied to this guy. She was tied to Dana. They in the car together. They going here together. They at the R. Kelly together. They were tied together. Girl, I love me some shits and giggles, but you know why? Because for the most part, sometimes there's just no right and wrong answer. And I'd rather laugh than to be angry any day out here on this shit. I can't be, man, girl, for what? What's going on, Tip? It means you're talking a lot in the chat. Yeah, yeah. He didn't even have insurance. He wasn't going to get no insurance. I got something humming in here. He wasn't going to get no insurance on that car, but the real estate, in my opinion, the judge they wouldn't want to hear none of that. They will take previous, most recent ruling of the Silver case and move forward with the criminal side. What's the criminal side? The real stalking? They both stalked. Sylvia would go on her channel and say some things. Bookum would go on his channel and say some things back. Bookum would come live, say some things. Then Sylvia would say something. Where's the goddamn paper? Let's go over him again. Because I'm gonna tell you what my honest opinion is. Hold on. What did I do? My desk is a mess, y'all, because I've been down here working today for my real job stuff. So I've really been working, and I had to do a lot of printouts and stuff. I got a lot of people who I got a few people that resigned, so I got to get that paperwork together. I got a few people that has come aboard, so I get that paperwork together. I work on a lot. Here's all my stuff I got to get together to take back to work in the morning. So it's kind of, I got it together, y'all. I just got to fold it up, dock it up, and get my hard drive and get the hell up out of here in the morning. But where's the real at? The conspiracy to commit crimes would probably be a heavy hitter. Okay, the conspiracy to commit the crime. Let me read this, and I'm going to give you my opinion on it. Her conspiracy to commit crime on the first day here of June of 2022 in Clayton County, Georgia, did unlawfully conspire with Christopher Gunn. And you think that his team will be able to prove that by what? Video. Hey, APZ, just now popping and seeing you. You still think the whole prosecution office is bringing a case based on the word of that? That's why I don't know, LV. I don't know. It's hard to say, LV. I mean, where did APZ participating more is participating in the chat the most and the least? APZ, that's what y'all just do. Just come in chat, have fun with the people in the chat. But okay, so I didn't say prove it. You said that would be the most hard hitter, correct? That's what you said. You said that. Let me find your last chat. The case is being well, if it's based on 100% of Dennis basically has hearsay, and I know hearsay can stand in the court of law, right? We've seen it done. But will Dennis have this text message of Sylvia saying that about this AirTag. He said the DA took his word and they ran with it. They assumed what he said was true, not knowing that. Well, you know what, facts over fiction? Would you agree with me if they should take some time to grab the dates of both of their lives, right, and do a comparison, listen to one, then jump to the other one, then listen, you know what I mean? Don't you think that they should be have taken some time out to go through their videos? Maybe, well, that was in the 2022 hearing that you say that Dennis was showing, but that judge asked for Dana J's channel. It just might have been through his stuff. So that's why I don't think that, you know, he will be pretty strong in there once they go through his things. Okay, for instance, because I still wanted to read this, but before let me do this before I elaborate on that. It says here that unlawfully conspired with Christopher Gunn, aka Debosky Gunn, and a person identified as only as Ratchet Randy Baby to commit the offense of stalking. And this is to count 6, the conspiracy to commit the crime. And in furtherance of said, my paper is so blurry. It's blurry, you guys. It's blurry. I can see it's blurry. I can't even see it. Wait. I can't even see my paper on the thing. It's so, there we go. So my words is kind of blurry, right? So, call for the open harassment, I think that's what that word is, of Dantes Jackson. Publishing of Mr. Jackson's private information, including but not limited to his commonly known as doxing. The action of God and Branda Baby were affect the object of the conspiracy. So now I got a question to ask you though, facts over fiction, or the real, with the conspiracy. What if they're able also to put up their evidence, their discovery, with a date dated earlier than what Bookum date is against them, against her? What if she's able to come back with a date showing that Bookum did the exact same thing of what he's claiming happened to him, conspiracy to commit a crime? What's going to happen? What if she's able to do that? What if she's able to put into her evidence that he did it allegedly first, and the date is prior to what he's showing, to what he submitted? Absolutely. So with that question, with that answer, the real dude, right? Since I'm putting your shit, right? You said they would have a disaster. Now, how do you think that they would look at the person who brought this to them to prosecute? They're going to be like, what in the fuck? Think they'll withdraw? Like, oh man, we got to withdraw. He said, throw a shoe. Throw a shoe at him. I'm just saying, what baffles me is the approach that Dana J has on the things that he claims, or he's claiming that he can prove in the court of law against Sylvia, is just kind of ludicrous to me, because just like you, the real facts over fiction, Ms. Brown, Elvin, all of y'all in the chat, right? We all watch this shit. Now we're at the part where who did it first, instead of they both did it to each other. They both were tapping each other back and forth. Is that what they're getting ready to preside over? Is that what she's getting ready to decide on the case? Is that what the district attorney decided to say, well, since they got all of Dana's information first, right? Okay, let's bring the case. Okay, fine. But we all know that he is the one that has to prove the case. Well, they have to prove this case against her. But I'm just thinking that Sylvia has that big old what if in that suitcase, because they did it to both of them. She just have to have the right materials to challenge what he's saying, so that you don't have an objection in the court or make her shit irrelevant. Like, stick to the point. Sylvia, answer the questions directly. Well, not Sylvia. Well, her attorney. But her attorney should know that, right? And be going talking all in circles and shit. And the cow jumped over the moon. And then, like when they ask you, well, what color was the car? Just answer what color it was. Not, well, last year or 10 years ago, we got it painted pink, but then 2024, we decided to bring it back its original color. What color is a car now? Stick to the point. Sylvia wants to just a whole story. No, Sylvia. I'm sorry. Your last testimony in your last case was just weak garbage. It didn't stink too bad, but it was just weak. On the YouTube, you portray to fight your ass off. You slam the table and you talk about how, he makes you mad and da-da-da. Well, why you didn't get mad up in that courtroom instead of standing up there sounding passive and crying? I'm like, what the fuck? You folded. I'm like, what the hell is this shit? No. Pretend you on YouTube on the Silly Sylv channel and just don't cuss and go fight your case. You up in there crying and can on, and then the husband gone and he can't stand in there with you. I'm like, yeah, this is crazy. However, Dennis Byron, though. So now he's sharing this other information about Infamous Sylvia, with allegedly calling people in on her husband to have him removed from the country. That just that's his story, but I just had a question behind that. Like, she might as well pick the phone up and call him on herself. She didn't even have to call him on her husband. She just could have called and said, hey, well, I brought him into the country. That was enough right there. They'd have been at her door, pew, real fast. Trump might have even showed up. In the caravan, yeah. But he's upset with her. So he's made his stance. And Dennis Byron clearly said that Dana J is his boy. That made me to believe that he will be there. And he will be there to hold his hand up on the Bible, right hand. I ain't never been, y'all. Go like this or some shit, right? And he's going to say, well, yes, I did hear Sylvia Tumasumi called me on such and such a day, and she told me not once but twice that she put the air tag on his car. And I went on my YouTube channel and I just shared it, and then Dana J came up on my channel and I just repeated that. But do you have any evidence or anything? Nope, just her word. Now, maybe Dennis Byron do have the text message. I don't know. But maybe he's holding on to it, or maybe he's already put it into evidence. Who knows? Who knows? I just can't believe that these two people went this far about an airtime. What do I think if Sylvia would have not been so fascinated about the views and the clicks and having friends? I think that a more mature way of handling this was stick his ass with a garnishment suit. After you sue him, you win that, go on about your business. Let them do the rest. But Sylvia just couldn't be, she wouldn't put it to rest. And she wanted her money. And she made a need to pay the rent and pay this. But one thing for sure, two things for certain, you do not make a financial decision based on that. Once you're giving something away and you expect, no, you already still got to cover your bills. So that should have not even been a factor. Whether, well, I needed my money and I needed my money. I'd have been on the docket forever with that boy just placing the garnishment. And I'd have moved on with my life. I'd have moved on with my life. Like, they'll catch him. He'll get it. They ask you, like, I think every 3 to 5 years, somewhere like that, would you still like to continue your judgment for your garnishment on you? The court's not going to lapse on that. They do reach back out to you, and after so long, they still trying to catch him. Do you have any information? Sylvia's sitting on the channel. You see that boy over there working? I'd have found out. You could hire a private investigator to go find out. You don't have to be there so that you can get the correct information on the paperwork for them to start the paperwork toward his boss, who is probably paying him on the table, a little $250 a week in cash, or for him to sit there and probably answer a phone and write a goddamn date in the book on when the boss got a meeting. No, it wasn't. Well, that's where we're combing through that though, Nesto. No, it wasn't her car, but marital property. Could have made it her car. Sylvia probably put money down when they financed it. From the way that I'm looking at it, that would be my first thought, because Sylvia was what, sex phone operator, and then she had some badge on with the government down there at the R. Kelly trial. I seen that on. She was trying to get in some building, and then she went to school. She got 20 master's degrees, like that other lady, and doctorate and all that stuff. But then her husband, as she stated, was driving a cab. So they both, to me, to finance a car that's running 12 to 15 to 18,000 or maybe 22,000, they both had to come in and put a little change down on that. That makes it combined income and marital property. That's just how I see it. I'm sorry. So, to say that it wasn't hers either, that's kind of a thin line. I don't know. Even if she put $1,000 down in there with her husband to finance that vehicle, that made me part of this vehicle. And she can show that too out of an account. I don't know. And then just saying it alone that was my husband's vehicle. And that brings me in tune with this dance. We danced to this beat together. And she would have too if he didn't have a social. Yeah, the real dude. That's true. That's true. Yeah, because what if he didn't have a social security number? But if he wouldn't have been able to finance the car though. The real dude. I don't think it was on that car. Remember, that car got vandalized, right? But that's the car. Isn't that the car that she gave him 2 cars, Prayer? She gave him 2 cars. Where did you get the other car from? The only other car that I know about is after the defense fund or something, and the Levi for the cousin made him take a truck back that everybody was saying that he went and got with some of the defense fund money. I don't know about how true that is, but that sure was funny because they was out here arguing it. They sure did. When you get an air tag, you can't you put it in any, I don't know, not just I don't know about no air tag. Do they ask for the ID when they buy them? I don't know. It's I don't know. I still want to know, when did she put it on there? Where was the car at? Was it in his custody? Did he have the vehicle and she drove past or whatever and saw the vehicle and jumped out and stuck it up underneath the tailpipe? Like when? That's gonna be interesting, the real, to find that out. Do y'all know that information? Where and when did she put it on there? Was it on there when she bought it? I mean, these are questions that would probably come out in court, right? And she just decided to activate the app on her phone after he started missing the payments on the car. I don't think so, Robin. You know what? I don't think so. Because that argument wasn't out here. It wasn't out here. Before they fell out, they was good with each other. Bookum riding over to Burger King and all of the fish shops and oysters and all that shit. The masonry jars and make his jelly and shit. And he was over in Sam's Club buying all of Jermaine Dupri ice cream out. He bought all 80,000 of them motherfucking ice cream. He didn't buy them ice creams though. He just came on live and showed y'all he was buying them. By the time he got up there to that goddamn register, he put 79,000 of them back and bought one. I was so fun. I'm like, Book, you know damn well. He was, remember he putting all that ice cream? Who remember that? Put a one in the chat. Book putting all that ice cream in that cart. This is Jermaine Dupri. No. He put him up in there. Ooh, y'all got to get some. You got to get some. He filled up the whole top half of the shopping cart. Then the camera went off. he over there, shit, these people some fool. I'm putting this ice cream right back in this freezer. When I tell y'all, he has had some real funny comic view freaking shows. I don't care what y'all say. I was over here like, boy, you know damn well your ass ain't about to buy all this goddamn ice cream. That's when they put that increase out there on that food share card for 2 weeks. Oh, boy, I kid y'all now. I got the videos. I'll be going back in time sometimes. I'll be over here like cracking the hell up. Boy, stop fronting. Just stop it. Stop it. Sicking out from a job he ain't have. How the hell is the goddamn building on fire upstairs? He on the first floor. He to go over there and get this 100-foot cord phone thing that's stretched. I watched it, y'all. You can't tell me I'm lying. On the phone, they talking about they need some extra help or some shit. He on live and called in. He said, I'm sick. How the hell do you get fired from a damn Metro Petro job when you ain't got but one job to do, and that was to watch the goddamn pumps? You know how he got fired? Allegedly, because that boy was taking break every 10 minutes, going inside, getting 3 ding dongs, 2 bags of Doritos, 1 Slurpee. And he wasn't paying for that shit because he thought it was cool with the people. He go back out there and eat. So, and then to top it off, I believe, allegedly, 3 people of his kind, friends, was able to get $5 of free gas on Tuesdays. Yeah, come on, dude. Come on, man. And y'all gonna tell me that shit didn't require a shits and giggles? Are y'all out, y'all, man? Man, we laughed our ass off some nights on that shit. That shit was funny, man. I was over here like this boy here. Now, then he leave one Metro Petro and he go get another job and another Petro. I'm like, boy, stop. And then go to court and say that he got fired from his job. That's what he said. He said it was Infamous Sylvia that got him fired from his job. Now, I don't know what was wrong with this judge, but I would have asked her. I would have, well, what job is that, nigga? According to what this is, you done had 10 motherfucking jobs in 10 months. What job we talking about, boy? That you talking about that damn $7.25 an hour job? Well, she did you a damn favor. That was God. And what she was trying to do is Ted said you need a better job because you over there trying to rent apartments that cost $1,500 a month on $7.95 an hour. Okay, let me stop. Let me stop because y'all know I'm crazy. Let me stop. For years, facts, and we can all come aboard and have all of us on this YouTube streets out here, right? When it comes to people out here, right? I can say about 500 people would probably have, out of 500, every 10 would probably have the same story. But reaching up to 500, it would be so many different stories on this shit. It is just crazy. But then they want to tell you, well, you know, they don't go to my channel. You don't come over here if I don't fucks with you. Somebody explain that to me. What do you mean? I don't. These people are really not in real time. I don't fucks with you. Like they get up and go to the fucking family reunions with you and shit. And it's not real time. I don't fucks with you. Well, nigga, I don't fucks with you. I'm just here to get the tea. They really have lost connection to the real world. It's crazy. I'm like, what the fuck? But anyhow, let them have their way. So, but it appears to me like we try to establish what exactly will happen on tomorrow's court hearing. And once again, according to the definition or Google or whatever, it's stating that allegedly Sylvia might be right. Okay, allegedly, I don't know, Bookum might be right. But according to a juror calendar, which is what is stated up here on the document, right? On the docket, right? That, let me read it again. Let's go back. It says here that in room 302, it's a juror calendar at 9 a.m. And apparently, this is something that is held between the judge and the attorneys moving forward on their scheduling to see how they're going to proceed, what is it, and all that goody stuff. Now, the golden question is, do they need these constituents in the courtroom to do so? Can anybody answer that? Do they need those people in there? And if we can come up with the right answer, then I guess we can all agree that Sylvia's probably not lying. Agreed? Put agree in the chat if you agree. Put disagree in the chat if you disagree. I'm just saying. That's what it sounds like to me. But the only way that we would know for sure is when some of these people, because I'll be at work. So I kind of, Monday is my busiest day at work, right? I might not catch it. So I have to go and see what others have caught and see, even though I ain't got to worry about it, because I got Bookum on speed dial. As soon as he come on, cling, cling, I got to come on like, uh-oh. Okay, so we got 3 agrees in the chat. Okay, so that's what we'll wait on that. There we go. Common sense. We're thinkers. We're thinking, right? So they'll be on their lives. Somebody will probably be down there at the court, and That's how we'll know the truth. Will they have to be there or not? Will Dennis Byron be showing up or not? Or is he just creating his content and steady stringing people along? Is he still confusing? Is it still confusing to the people out here on whose side does Dennis Byron serve right now? Apparently, he's still serving on the side of Dana J with that one testimony statement that he has. Yeah, she told me she put the air tag on the thing, on a thing, on a thing, on a thing. Yeah. So, and that's what we have to rely on now. The juicy part is going to come until when the court really gets started. I can't wait to hear these arguments. I just can't wait for it. I guess because of the position that I was in, you were in, she was in, all of us, we literally sat out here and we watched them go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Let me ask this question. After Judge Manning, right, made her ruling when they both appeared in that courtroom, and she said, you two stay away from each other. We got other serious stuff going on out here. Who would you say was the first one that came on their channel playing around with that case? Was it Bookum or was it Sylvia? Who violated those terms first that you guys think violated them? Who did it? Facts over fiction. I cannot agree with you. I can't agree with your book. I just can't. I saw Sylvia Sylv on her Silly Sylv channel. Thank you, Lady Lieber. Dana J. Dana J went live. It was not Sylvia. Dana J played the recordings from Judge Manning's court proceedings, and he remixed the Ricky. I stay away, stay away from each other. And then he remixed Sylvia crying in the court. He remixed that. He did all that. So she did. She come back. She came back. She was on a Silly Sylv channel, and she doesn't cuss him or anything like that, but she will, might say fat slob, or she tried to keep it clean. She tried to keep it clean, but she did hit him back. She was hitting him back. Did I ever see Sylvia start the beef with them? I can't say that I have. I can say that I have seen her retaliate. I can say that I've seen her, if other people is at his throat, she come out and laugh at it, just like we all do. I could say that. But no, I don't recall, not even on the Silly Sylv channel, where she actually started the fight first. I think that every time he would mention her name and he would do something, he put a picture up. He put my picture up. It don't affect me, don't bother me, because y'all know I don't comb my I comb my hair when I want to. I put on clothes when I want to. I do what I want to. I don't be out here to impress like that. I'm not in the pageant show, right? So I don't care about the pictures and the things that they put up with me, because they can't stop the real. This is real. They can't stop the real me. They can't stop the real me. I'm already gone. Gone. I'm not on their level. They don't make my life. My life is already made, pretty much. But that's what I saw her do. And she's going to have to be able to prove that, But I agree with that. She had every right to respond. Every right. She has the right to lie to people if she wants to. She could tell you any goddamn thing she wanted to. Just same way that all of us do. Hey, Dora. Same way that all of us do out here. You ain't always got to tell your truth to somebody. You don't owe nobody the truth, and that's God. You have time to do that when you repent your shit. That's it. That's all. But I get it. There's a whole lot of people expecting for her, you know, to be this way and to be that way and to do this way and to do this way. You can expect what you want out of Pap. I'm letting you know right now, your whole motherfucking field is gonna be crushed. I don't give a fuck what you think about how I look, how I talk, how my hair look. I don't give a fuck. Put that on the record. If you say it backwards, it's it is what it is, you know. So, but he has made himself the 100% victim, and you know now they got to go battle it out, and it sucks. It really sucks. Coming from being friends like they were, you know, because and then one turned to go into a different direction and got her own friends, and he had his own friends, and he named his own team, and they dreamers over there, and you can't follow me, and don't come over here. I don't fuck with you. I don't know how many times. Let me ask y'all this question. How many times do you think it will take before you exhaust the same 8 to 10 people about getting their money out of them? When you want to have about 300 to 500 in there, so at least it be some different people donating, you know, every other, you know, some few, it's the same people, the same 10. I wouldn't feel comfortable. I don't think that I would feel comfortable hitting the same 10 people up to say, hey, donate to the channel. So donate to the channel. No, I want to have like 3,000 in here. So then that way it can switch it up. So then, okay, one person did $1 for a Pap on Monday. Then somebody did $1 for Pap on Thursday. Not Libra in here every day. Monday, Libra, $1 for Pap. Tuesday, Libra, $1 for Pap. Libra, let Libra, $1 for Pap. I don't know. Bookum don't give a fuck. You coming in there every day, you gonna be hitting them off, and he wants you to hit them off every day. Every time you come in there, like, what the fuck? Hold on, nigga, it ain't the 15th or the 1st. you gonna have to wait, nigga. You're gonna have to wait. You're gonna have to wait. But I don't know. You say you've been following this crap, and Sylvia, like I said, I mean, she's entitled to tell her lies. Everybody tell their little lies around here. The only thing with Sylvia lying, what will it cost her? It will cost her probably some more viewership, some more donorship, and probably will cost her that because she does have a lot of people. According to what she says, I don't lie. I don't do this. I don't do that. See, I ain't gonna tell you all that shit. I ain't gonna tell you that. I love the Lord. I love the Lord. But I'm still gonna be me. I'm still gonna be me. I'm gonna have to let God judge me and make a decision whether if he want me home or he gonna send me to burn. I'm gonna leave that up to God, but I'm gonna do me. I don't hurt, I don't harm, I ain't gonna steal, and I won't do none of that stuff. I follow all my 10 commandments to the best of my ability. However, Sylvia sat in people's faces and says, I don't do this, I don't do that, I don't do this, I don't do that. Hey, K baby, I don't do this, I'm not gonna do that. And then you got all these people out here who she had made this dedication to, end up finding her doing against what she says. So I respect that, Dora. You guys, you know, call her out on what she says to you based on what you heard her saying that she wouldn't do. Rightfully so. Me, I don't have a dog in that fight, whether she lie or she tell the truth, because I don't give a fuck. I don't give anything, and I don't go anywhere with her, and I don't pay her rent. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. Yeah. Yeah. So that's just, you know, that. But like I said, I understand it. And the calling out is coming from the people, in my opinion, is from people who really want to trust her, want to be with her, want to grow with her. So I get that shit. Yeah, it's a hurt kind of feeling. You ain't never got to know a person ever, but you establish this virtual world relationship also. And I understand the connectness that people can have from that, not never even meeting anybody, because I have that. However, when I met my girls, um, this is how I met them. Have I changed, Miss Brown? Have I changed, K baby? I've been lately, have I changed? I'm the motherfucking same. I ain't telling you no shit that I can do that I know I can't do. I ain't gonna do that shit. I'm gonna let you know for real. And this is the person that you're gonna have to want to be with, or want to accept, or want to vibe with. You get to make that choice, not me. I don't have no loss for that. I don't have no loss for that. My job is to only come on here that I choose to pick up as a little part-time job and have some fun with the freaking virtual community world that out there, and definitely get into some of this juicy, because I'm nosy. I'm nosy. Like, oh Lord, listen to Dennis Byron. However, no, I do not think, this is just my opinion. And kudos if V Lenore decide to, be going, vibe back with Dennis Bryon. That's fine and all. But I, as a female, and when females get to thinking, I don't think that she will ever put Dennis Byron kind of back where she had him at, on that level of YouTube friends. I just don't. I think that she would take what he says now with a grain of salt. She's a very pretty lady. I'm pretty sure Dennis Byron had licked his lip plenty of times, but he put himself in a position of, will it be Sylvia, or will I have my friendship with V Lenore? Who knows? I don't know. Sylvia is, forgiven. Sylvia is single. V Lenore, I don't think she is. I think I heard her speak about her gentleman. And Sylvia, I don't care what y'all say. We women, women's got to be taken care of, satisfied every now and then. And Dennis is walking around, single, a bachelor, or whatever, doing his own thing, still looking at booty and stuff too. So hell, they might have struck it. I don't know. If they did stay, they the one came out here and put their news out here that they were in the Airbnb together, and then all of a sudden that fell apart and they fighting over about some damn money. Just stupid shit. I don't even know why they just couldn't even just go on and pop that thing. I don't know why Dennis just didn't lick it, stick it, and move the fuck on. You grown ass people. Y'all out here arguing about who the hell is to pay for the Airbnb. You didn't give me the money. Fuck that. Y'all just messed up y'all whole goddamn head, shoulders, toes, knees, breasts, thigh, bend over, stuff. Ruined all that. Instead of y'all just bumping and grind. If y'all was playing R. Kelly, bumping grind, y'all ass been all right. Now y'all over there fighting over some damn money. This shit was crazy. It was crazy. I was like, what in the fuck? How the hell do you go up under the same roof and the Airbnb, then y'all in 24 hours got a goddamn argument about who the hell then paid for some shit? Shit was crazy. I don't know. I think that if the woman is looking for the booty call, you call the man over there. I think the woman should pay. You pay. If the man is calling you over there for whatever, then he pays. That's an easy fix. You call, you horny, you pay for it. Women, he call, he horny, he pays for it. End of the discussion. That's it. That's all. I'm like, yeah. Let me see what y'all talking about in the chat before I get up out of here. But tomorrow, keep in mind, before we get our feathers all flocked out like a peacock, I believe, according to what Google just said, that it will probably only be just the attorneys and the judge on a jury scheduling. Hey, Priscilla. Hey, Sweet K. Making decisions and calendaring putting on the calendar what is up next. How is this proceeding is about to go. Then it's going to come back around where they'll have to have their appearance in court because they'll be getting ready to battle it out. That's what I think it's going to say. So Dennis Byron also put out today as if those court proceedings will actually start tomorrow. Allegedly, he will be there. What's going on, Jason? And Sylvia and them will be in their entanglement tomorrow. But I don't think that's what's going to happen. So, guess we'll see. Guess we'll see. You say V Lenor showed that he had the car since 2020. But he did get another car. So if he got another car, I think that was Juicy Love that stated that, right? In the first car, he tore that up, the one that Sylvia gave him. Which car had the AirTag on it? Which car had the AirTag on it? That's all I want to know. Which car has the AirTag on it? And always don't argue with someone in the chat always. Let's just argue about what we're talking about, not to the person. Let's not even try to attempt to establish an argument with someone in the chat. I'm the only one arguing in this chat. God damn it. The new car had it. Dora, is that the new car that Sylvia gave to him without the down payment, and he was supposed to be making a $300 car note on? I don't think I pulled that paperwork. I'm gonna get my mod to get it for me. Sylvia car. Okay, she says no. Okay, now I'm understanding. Sylvia had an AirTag in her husband's car. Bozo took it out years ago before he had the car towed. Before the husband had the car towed. So Juicy Love says that the AirTag was on the old car and Dana J put it on the new car. Ooh, child. Dora, an indictment isn't factual information. It's just based on one side's view, which is Bozo's side. The car he got from Sylvia in 2020 had an AirTag on it. It already had an AirTag on it. The AirTag wasn't out yet in 2020. That's the same car that Bookum destroyed. Then all of a sudden, he got another car and he put the AirTag on that one because he heard the story of Dennis Byron saying that there was an AirTag on the car that he destroyed. So he went and got another AirTag and put it on the new car and put that claim of Dennis' story to that new car. Oh, God, y'all. We got it. Everybody got it. Everybody got it. Everybody got it. I just laid it all out. I was actually sitting over here like I didn't have it, but I was just playing around. Dora says no. Dora, I don't know. I think you might be wrong, Dora. I think you might be wrong. You don't think that Bookum is capable of putting an AirTag on the new car after Dennis Byron comes out to say that, hey, there's an AirTag on the car. So now Dennis Byron is going to need his proof about which car, what year was it? Did she mention that to him? What color was the car? What side did she put it on? And then he's going to say, oh, Dennis Byron is going to say, Dora. No. Oh, she was talking about the car, and then that's the car that got jumped. It's tore up. He went and got another car. Well, what year did he get that car? Well, he got that car here in 2023. Well, wait a minute. Well, how is it that we're talking about an air tag on a car in 2023. If you're saying that there was an air tag on the car in 2020 that she gave it to him. Oh, this gonna be Dennis Byron. Oh, Dana J told me that he went out and got an air tag too and put it on that car. What time is it? That was Dennis Byron know that they didn't cut his ass up in there? Dennis Byron's gonna come out and be like, well, you know what, man? Dennis J told me he went and bought a damn air tag and put it on a new car too. Cause he was trying to get back at Sylvia, and since he didn't have the old car to prove that the air tag was on there, when I came out to say this, Dennis Byron, when I came out to say that, you know, Sylvia told me about the air tag, then the woo, then Dana, he hit my platform, and then, you know, on the backstage where I put him, he was telling me what his plan was gonna do, so he wanted me to rock with him. Because in his mind, once he reached this settlement, he think he gonna get about 10,000. So he kind of offered me a little bit of change off of that. So I was like, fine, we gonna roll with that dude. Cause I don't like Sylvia anyway. Matter of fact, she ate a wing and a half, and I only bought 2 wings. That story, it's gonna get crazy, y'all. It's gonna get crazy up there. Dennis gonna fold, man. Dennis gonna fold. He gonna fold. He gonna fold. I can feel it. I can feel it. He gonna fold. Oh, so you say, see, y'all believe in anything. Sylvia said that as a joke about working for Apple. My God, people have common sense to know a joke when y'all that, hey, facts over fiction. That's exactly why you over here on the Shits and Giggles show. I don't, you know, because I don't stress my mind about what to believe and what not to believe. I just like laughing at the shit. It ain't for me to believe. Go and prove that shit in there in the court of law. Dora, you think Dennis knows the truth? Wow. He could tell all the truth he wants to, Dora. I don't think that he's going to win V Lenore back. I just don't. Not back to that, you know, level where they were communicating at. I really don't. I just don't. Dora, when they ran the air tag, it came back to Sylvia because it was hers from the old car. Aren't you listening, Dora? Oh, God. Facts over fiction. Yes, I think Sylvia be putting a lot of stuff out here to bump people's heads. She be messing with a lot of people's heads. Yeah, she do. Yeah, she do. You know, she do. And they were not out then. Okay, facts over fiction. Dora is saying that the air tags were not out on the year that Sylvia is saying that the air tag was on the car. How do you respond to that? Facts over fiction? By golly, Dora said that. She says, aren't you paying attention? There were no air tags on the year out here that Sylvia is saying it was. Oh, yeah. I'm trying to mediate here. I'm trying to mediate. You say, ask Google. They tell when they were out. Okay, let's ask Google. I got to go ask Google. Okay, baby told me go ask Google. Hey, Google, what year did the air tags exist?
Apple introduced AirTags in 2021. They were announced on April 20th and became available for purchase on April 30th.
Uh-oh. Okay. And when did Sylvia sell him the car? The car that you guys are talking about that has the argument about the air tag. What year was it? You said he had the car until 2022. The AirTags came out in 2021. Dora, what's your argument now, Dora? What's your argument now? You said, and Google said 2021. He had the car in 2021 all the way till 2022. He didn't get the car after well, did he have it in, did she have it in April? Was it in April? I don't know. It makes less sense to believe that Sylvia had a reason to AirTag on his new car. I like that. I mean, when you really think about it, though, Ms. Brown, I'd have put 12 AirTags on that bitch. After I seen this boy in this other auto dealership who closed for business, and he's calling, and he's done missed some payments, made some payments up, missed this one. He wants the title, do this, and I'd have put 20 AirTags on the damn car too. I'd have put one on 21, year 22, 23. I'd had that motherfucking AirTags around that car lit up like Christmas fucking red Christmas lights. Bing, 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 follow there. Oh no, I'd have had one on there letting them know. It is March 1st, nigga. Your payment is due by the 5th. I'd have AirTags on there talking to Bookum every damn month. It wouldn't be no surprise. We ain't hiding shit, and you can't take them off. They're going to come right through your speakers. Oh, I think I just invented some shit. I just had a good-ass idea, boy. I need to start patenting my shit, putting it on Temu. I need to put my shit on Temu. Where everybody shop at. I got to get ready to get up out of here, you guys. It is 8:04. We can argue till our faces turn blue. This context of what we are discussing in this chat room today will be in a hearing. And there's only one person that can either win, but there can be two people where the case will be dismissed. We now shall await to see how this will all play the hell out. Now, let's get the fuck up out of here. I appreciate y'all coming in and out of this chat room. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to become a member over here. $1.99 will rock you in green forever. I never change it. Don't plan on changing it until I get to reach like 100,000 subscribers. Then I'll change it. But other than that, no. Come a member. And thanks for all of the supporting subscriptions that you people have hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. And I hope to see y'all soon. Real soon. What should we go out on here? I don't know.